Nitro Kid 98 here today, guys. We're going to be talking a little bit about your gauge system. I got the gauge pod all ready up and ready to roll. I'm not going to turn them on. Anybody wants to see what they look like, check out the Nitro Kid 98 Facebook page. You can find it at Facebook/NitroKid98.com, or just look me up on Facebook under Nitro Kid 98. I'm going to explain a little bit about how to hook these up. I've already got them all hooked up. I was going to do a little bit of video on this of doing it, but unfortunately the computer's not taken to the new editing software, which is allowing me to splice together, and the phone not letting me do that either. So anyway, I'm going to explain this one. The battery location and everything, guys, and taking the motor out is going to wait until I actually get the software running, because I want to make sure y'all have it. Now, I think I actually have some instructions in here that explain the wiring, so you can kind of understand what I've done here. These gauges are the Pro Sport Evo copies from Dragon Gauge. As you see right there, Dragon Gauge, upside down. But anyway, they have two light modes. They have two light modes. They do blue and red color facing. The blue is ultra bright, and the blue or the red is kind of dim, so at nighttime you ain't being blinded. You have the gauge. You have the white when white is red are turned on. You have blue. When you turn the orange on with the other two, you get red. So basically what I've done, and I'm going to explain how I'm going to hook this up, and I'm going to actually show how I hook this up. Hopefully I get a chance to do that. What I've done is went and soldered all these together and connected them to one single red wire. The oranges I have also soldered together with a single red wire. And I have went back with the ground system, and I have soldered all the grounds together with one black wire. Now, what I'm going to do and how I don't lose these is I'm going to put a thin piece of tape on the very end of the wire before I start feeding through the firewall, or whichever location that I choose of what is what. This is actually going to go to a side marker, so when the headlights turn on, the side marker gives the positive to this, letting it know that it's on. This is going to go to a switch, so when I get on, I can switch it on. And then you have your three signals, one for the top gauge, one for the middle gauge, let me get out of the way, and then the one for the bottom gauge, which is boost, oil pressure, and water temp. That's how I wire my stuff together. And all this stuff is going to be soldered. And the reason for, when you're boosting an engine that has no business, any engine let alone, but when you're boosting an engine that has no business really being boosted, which is a stock 420A, your gauges can be everything. You know what I'm saying? Oil pressure. For all you know, you've lost oil pressure, and you know, you don't know. You're just bebopping around. Like the white car. I don't know if I've said it in a video. I feel like I have. We have no oil pressure at idle. I got a oil pressure tester gauge, a manual one to hook up. I think the glow shift gauge is broken, but at idle it actually shows 0 oil pressure. So even though it may be wrong, we still baby it and try to do as much as we can to keep oil pressure. We'll sit there and rev it a little bit, hold the pedal down. When we was actually racing the last videos, round 1 and round 2, the ones that I won, we actually was having that problem then. And we're running a little thicker weight oil, 10W40, which is what you should run in one when you turboed anyway. We tried another oil. I can't remember the weight of it. It saved my life. I threw the containers away. But anyway, your gauges can be everything. Solder, don't use butt connectors. Last thing you want to do is put all this stuff in the car, run it all through everywhere, and then, you know, a butt connector come undone and then have to go do it again. The best thing you can do is solder and heat shrink. This stuff right here is the best. Honestly, anything that requires a signal, you should do this. It creates the least amount of resistance on that circuit. But anyway, guys, that's pretty much it. I just want to show y'all how I'll give y'all kind of a how to wire your gauges up. I mean, look at this. It's real nice. It's real clean. You know what I'm saying? It's not a mess. You know, last thing you want to do in wiring is have a clusterfuck. Trust me, when I first started out doing this stuff, my wiring was atrocious. Now it's a lot cleaner than it used to be. It makes my life a whole lot easier. So, anyway, guys, Nitro Kid 98, I just wanted to kind of let y'all know the update. These should be in this weekend. My wife's taking baby duty, so I should have the mornings free to actually get down there and work on the car. I ain't got to babysit my daughter. So, I might get some stuff done this week. I'd really like to get this wired in. I'm not actually going to have these working. I'll have them working in the car, but they actually are not physically going to give any values on the gauges for the fact that I'm not going to hook them up to that motor. I don't know if that motor's staying in that car, going for the fact that if it's built, it's getting swapped out. But I've came to the conclusion, if I find out if I find out that the motor in the black car is not built, I'm just going to leave it in there and boost it. Just because somebody says it's got Wiseco 8 to 1 pistons and a sticker of Wiseco in the back window doesn't mean it's boosted. Or doesn't mean that it's got the pistons in it. So, I still have yet to get the chance to drop the oil pan. But anyway, hopefully I'll get all that done this week, and we'll get to look it over. Hopefully it's built. Either way, we'll find out. Nitro Kid 98. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. And check out my Facebook page at Nitro Kid 98 on Facebook. Or look me up on Facebook /NitroKid98.com. Catch you later, guys.